Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Dolphins, and it's all up next.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can...
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Okay, ready?
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Edmonds diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he more than did his part. The wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. Well, certainly not how they envisioned the start to this one. You give up the touchdown, and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown in the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
11, 12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here come the Dolphins. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2 and now on first down. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bengals take over first and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a third and 18. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside 18. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Now it's Burrow. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Tua now on first down. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
It is fielded right at the goal line. So it's on to halftime of this AFC division. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Runs over him. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Again, that's Hurst. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Nixon will try the right side. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And Burrow going to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Nick Needham picks it off. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Running room at the 50. Look out. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
To about the 26 here.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 2nd down, this is it.
Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose.
And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, you have to expect in this situation that the defense is going to be playing the perimeter. They don't want any easy passes out there where someone can grab it and step out of bounds. So it's excellent work there to force the incompletion.
11.
To throw, Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for six.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into six.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running left, here's Edmonds. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.